Good evening. This is the Dorian Hurricane Update number 2. It's August 30th, 2019, roughly 1900 hours I'm recording this. Current situation. The BOCC has declared a local state of emergency for Polk. That was done this morning before lunch at their agenda review committee meeting. They had this on the agenda. Normal county government has been shut down or is going to be closed Tuesday and Wednesday. As you recall, Monday's already a holiday, so Tuesday and Wednesday's adding on to that. Public schools are also closed. Now, there's a caveat that's coming up in a minute about the schools. As of now, the courts are only going to be closed on Tuesday. That may change, but as of right now, they're only committing to being closed on Tuesday. Shelters will be opened, and as most of you guys know, the public schools, for the most part, are the shelters. So if shelters something has to be altered for them, that may affect whether public schools can open up again or not. So that's the caveat I was telling you about with the public schools. But right now, they're only scheduled to be closed Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, Fire Administration and Command Staff has initiated daily video conferences with the municipal fire departments. Our partners in Polk County here, they're pretty much doing the same things that we're doing. They're set to up staff and everything, and I'll explain the staffing later, but we just want to make sure that we're all on the same sheet of music and that different departments may have different needs or something. We just want to be in communication with our municipal partners, our agencies, the fire departments. So we've initiated those. We have one of those briefings every day at 1 o'clock, 1300 hours, so just to maintain contact with them. Also, we're continuing to go to the daily EOC meetings and briefings. Those are ongoing, whether they be for weather updates or for seeing what the other folks are doing in the state, Hurricane Center, that kind of thing there. So those are ongoing also. We have to attend those. The forecast. The forecast track has shifted to the east of Polk. If you look at the line, you can probably see the same thing on TV. It comes in southeastern Florida. Dorian does, and then just kind of stays in about the same distance off the coast and goes all the way to North Florida and out. That's the latest track. It doesn't come near inland to Polk County. So with that track, if that holds, the rainfall predictions for Polk will greatly be decreased. That's going to help us out as far as the flooding goes. However, there's the bad. The best estimate at this time is that the tropical storm force winds are going to be in Polk by Monday at 2000 hours, 8 o'clock Monday night, or somewhere around there between 5 and 8, depending upon the forward speed of the hurricane. Dorian is also predicted to stay Cat 3 until it reaches North Florida, so it's not going over as much land. Part of it is still out over the ocean, so that's it's maintaining a stronger intensity, but it's going to stay east of us. Now, this new track is pretty much devastating for the east coast of Florida. It's going to be a lot of surge, again, depending upon the tide at the time and a lot of stuff. But just in general, it's turned worse for those folks on the coast and better for us inland here. So we're kind of we don't wish anybody any bad luck, but we're thankful for our residents and our folks here that this has made a change. Don't know, not sure where the final track is going to be, but right now that's the latest. Told you we would get to staffing. Right now, again, this was in the same briefing number 1. Make sure your residences and your family, your houses, homes, apartments, wherever you live, and your families are prepared to endure the storm in your absence, because you're going to be most likely working. Due to the forecast changes, our upstaffing is now scheduled for Monday afternoon sometime. We want to have our upstaffing in place before the winds get so high, tropical storm force winds, and makes it hazardous for our folks to come to work, or maybe impossible if power lines go down, things like that. So we want to have that in place Monday afternoon. Still bring enough food and personal items for several days. And as you can tell, the situation is evolving. That's why we're giving you the best information we have at the time, but we don't have a crystal ball. Here at Fire Admin, we're going off what other folks say, and it is evolving, but our folks are able to to pivot if we need to pivot and do something different. But right now it's evolving, so we're trying to give you the best information we have, the most recent information, current, and this is what it is. So we're looking now at upstaffing on Monday. It slowed way down from what the initial prediction was. Expectations. As usual, legible 214s are expected beginning tomorrow, Saturday, since we are under a declared state of emergency and we don't know. Some of the calls may be storm related. We're not sure. Again, save any receipts and make copies. If you need to, make copies, but we need to save any receipts. Anything like this that we do, we want to track. Number 3, document everything. Okay, this is can't be overstressed, the documentation process, and we just want to make sure we're doing that. And also, a couple comments due to my videos last night, I will try to be more optimistic in future videos. With this forecast, I can be more optimistic. So I look forward to me doing that, a better job in the future, being more optimistic. Well, that brings us to the end of this briefing. As the situation changes, we may go to more briefings per day, but right now the situation is not changing that much, but it is getting further out. So again, most of your questions, if you have questions related to your job, staffing, things like that, consult the chain of command. I'm not going to know those answers. The staffing folks, the operations folks, they're going to know where they've got you placed and what the best times are. So just go ahead and do those. Now, anything about stuff that's not staffing or technically related to this, of course, you can always email me and ask me anything like that. But thank you for watching, and we will see you the next time.